so it's Sunday the 20th of November and today's the day. I was going to go yesterday and move into the house, but we had to go to Montego Bay to the market, and by the time we got back it was a bit late, so it wasn't really that wise. So this is our last day here. So this is where we've been staying and living out of suitcases. Oh no, look at that mess. And yeah, living out of suitcases for the last, been 2 months really, more or less. So this is what I do in the mornings. That's me bath water with me limestone in it for my face. And then I'll have me bath. And yeah, I just use this cup here, well, makeshift thing, to rinse myself. Country living. You might do, but you've got a toilet. If you don't flush, then just use the bucket. That one's empty, so the bucket of water. Use the water bottle, fill it up and empty it. Works quite well. You've got to just use your head and yeah, just do stuff. You know, things aren't on tap as they are in first world countries. Not in the country anyway. You get it all in the cities here, a town like Kingston, Montego Bay and them places. But yeah, you just work things out, which is nice. So the cows usually walking past in the mornings. Not seeing it this morning. I think I've heard it mooing. And yeah, so get ready and get 2 puppies and move into the house. So I'm so happy about that. So happy. Yeah, so this is the first time opening up and coming to our new home. Oh, that feels so nice. The grass feels like sponge. Oh, that feels really spongy. Oh, feels like carpet. Feet sunk in. There we have it. Feeling good. Yeah, it feels really spongy up there. Yeah. I'll go and push the gate up. There, hibiscus. Just as I saw the video yesterday and it was talking about all the benefits, I didn't realise they had them here. Oh. This is arriving home at night and we've got the doggies in the back. And that's, did it say it's pretty at night? So let's roll it up. I'm glad it's all lit up. I think she's in. Right, so first night. Yeah, well, got to sleep on an airbed. and I think air beds don't really keep it. I mean, it was alright for me, but obviously it's going to lose a bit of air. So, I mean, I slept fairly well, until the dogs. The puppy started screaming out. So a couple of times you had to wake up and tend to them, really. So, yeah, there was on the veranda at first. Oh, but it gets so cold at night. I'm so thankful that I put this in my suitcase, this fleece blanket, just as well. Because it was needed. I wouldn't have managed with the little cotton one. Yeah, so the dog was sleeping out here. But it got super cold for them, they were shivering away. So yeah, I got up and gave them some milk because they were trying to bite up the little plastic bottle that was in there. And then, oh, tripping over. So what I had to then do is put them out in the laundry area. Can't get out. Hello, doggies. Okay, taking the stuff out of storage. Beauty of JA is you call a truck man today and they send it today. Just looked it up on the internet. Mere removal service, very efficient and very reasonable as well. Yeah, quite reasonable. It's not a bad size van. Might have to take a couple of trips. But it's about 16 foot. How long is this truck? 16. 16 foot?
Oh.
The truck. Right. I don't know. The person who called said it was about 16 foot, 14. So. Okay, this is 2 days in living here, and we're just using this room at present. It's I would say it is absolutely huge. It is 20 foot by 20 foot. That's a king size mattress. We haven't got the bed yet. That's a king size air bed. And yep, it's, gosh, look at the room. It makes it look like a single bed that's in there, but it's king size. And yeah, and it's echoey, so it does need the furniture. So I'll lead it out onto the balcony. Yeah. So we're going to, this one's going to be, you know, as much as Patrick wanted it to be, like our room. I said, no, that's what's going to make us eat and live. That is dollar signs there. And there's the bathroom. I suppose what we'll do for now, I mean, obviously there'll be little touches. Definitely the walls will need to be painted just to brighten it up. Curtains for me is a no-no. But it is what it is. At the minute, it's the same with the kitchen, because they build these units out of tiles and marble, and that's how it is here in Jamaica. Most of the places are like this. So you've got the space under the cupboards, and basically you have the doors get built after a time, but Patrick says it's definitely all got to be upgraded at some point. And toilets, yeah, you sit on it, your feet are kind of dangling away. So it's like you're sitting on a throne, really. Yeah, so we need to lose that box underneath. But, you know, I can understand if the toilets here are quite low. So if you're tall, it would be a struggle to really get up off the toilet. So I can see why it's been done that way, to be fair. But yeah, the size overall is it's really big. It's a really big room, so we're just here for a bit until, you know, things are sorted. We've only done 2 nights here. So a bit of a way to go, but it will get done. Mother-in-law is cooking. Miss Daphne, what is it that you're cooking? What's in here? Oh, ackee, but it's not finished cooking. Then in here is food. So dumpling, sweet Irish, yeah.
Sweet potato and dumpling, Irish, sweet potato.
Banana.
And banana.
Lovely, lovely. And then I had this tea this morning. It was really, really, really bitter. I had to end up putting quite a bit of sugar in it. I'd already put molasses and honey. I won't be able to drink it that. So what was in the tea, Miss Daphne? What was in the tea? There's ginger and what?
And ginger and the orange skin.
And orange skin, but it's like a lot of orange skin. It was super bitter even for me. I'm acquiring a bitter taste, but not that bitter.
Good for your body.
It is good, no, you're right. But it's just like bathing in the cold water. I can't do it. Not yet anyway. My body wouldn't manage it. So what are you doing here then?
I went to fry fish now.
And what fish is this one?
It's sprat.
Okay.
Herring sprat.
Okay. And they're good for you, are they?
I remember a man. My mother told me, you think, me go the man throw to and will eat, give me.
Okay. So you season it up with...
No salt, you have to put salt.
Okay. Salt and... so do you take out... Is it already clean, those sprats?
Yeah, I wash them already.
Oh. Do the guts come out all there?
Yes, but them not take off, that's also me take care.
Oh, right. So do you have to clean inside the guts?
No, the gut come out long time.
Okay. But when you buy them from the market in Kingston...
Me do them myself.
You got the clean and gut yourself?
No, me do them myself. Okay,
because sometimes people eat the guts, you know.
No, man.
Oh, thank God. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. That gives me peace of mind.
No, sir. That's why we like that sweet beer.
Oh. Okay. And so, Miss Daphne, you said you like cooking and baking?
Yeah, me bake and cook, but I kind of cut up and bake.
Okay.
But me cook and bake.
Okay. I haven't tasted one of your cakes yet, so come Christmas, not that I celebrate Christmas, but...
It costs a whole lot, you know, that's why I cut down fine.
Oh, right. So...
when you buy for cooking,
yeah.
you make it, cost too much.
Oh, if I'd have thought I'd have bought some stuff. If I'd have thought I would have bought some...
I have to buy... I will buy something you have to buy.
I know, cakes are expensive.
The fruits that you go in there, you should have them already as soak.
Oh, right.
We do plenty, man.
Okay, yeah, plain. That'll do me, because all that rich stuff anyway is probably not for the, you know, in the interest of my health journey. So is this fire high or? Oh, I'm just thinking in terms of so how many straps is there? 2, 4, 6, 8. 9, 10.
What does the name of the money?
And how much was it? How much was it?
Huh?
How much was it again? How much was it? What was the cost? How much for it? About $314. So that would work out to a bit less than £2, but you can get it £2 in English money. It would work it out, yeah. So when we go to the market, you can get all these things. The fish market, okay, because we okay. Smells good anyway. Shall I just get a bit of light just so that we can just see what's going on? So, yeah.
You want ackee wine?
I'll have a bit of everything.
Okay.
A little taste of everything.
No problem.
Look at this. This is like amazing to me. This.
This is a fish.
Oh, so that's like the sprats. That looks very nice. Just give me one.
Only one you want? Later you're going to eat out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me just taste it for now, yeah.
I'll give two.
Okay. Let me look at this for service. Oh my gosh. No more fast foods and eating out. Oh, that's lovely. So you made your own peppers up, didn't you? Did you make some pepper sauce? Oh dear, we went all the way down the house to get the pepper specially. Don't worry. Oh, don't be saying that about yourself. Death and life is in the power of the tongue. Here it is, it's there. Here. Yeah, careful with the knife. So this is some pepper that Miss Daphne has made. What's it called?
Pickled pepper.
Okay. So what's in it? What's in the pickled pepper?
Onion, carrot, pimento seed, garlic, pepper, and onion, pimento seed, garlic, pepper.
Vinegar?
And vinegar.
Okay. So so you just put it all together. Do you liquidize it or?
Yeah, man, I can't go far in it.
Okay.
You want to smell it?
Let me smell. Oh wow. Oh, that smells really nice. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm glad I reminded you.
Yeah, I don't care.
I thought it was already in there. Oh, lovely. So if anybody comes and when they stay here and if they want some of that made up to take back with them, how much would one of those?
Pepper get there now.
Yeah, how much one of those jars cost, do you think?
No, make buy Alex tonight.
Yeah, but if somebody was saying, say somebody comes to stay,
I want to go back.
and they want to go back and bring,
I'll make it for you.
that you'll make it, so how much would that cost to make?
You would have to buy things, I mean, it cost me not.
Oh.
And you have to buy it.
Yeah, so once we've bought it, but you've got it. Okay, so we'll have to just like work out what it is. So what's in there? Can you give a rough estimate of the ingredients that's in there? Or not really?
I tell you. You have carrot.
Okay.
You have
Carrots aren't
pepper,
that. Carrots ain't that cheap over here.
onion,
Oh yeah.
And
So.
onion, carrot, pepper, me throw garlic in it.
Okay, so we can work that out, can't we? But it keeps for a long time, does it?
Yeah, man, as long as ever.
As long as ever. Well, there you go. Because vinegar, a lot of, and it's natural preservatives. So.
No, you're not natural.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's natural, so you don't have any, or don't need any preservatives. So yeah, one of that.
Sweet potato.
Oh my gosh, it's 10 o'clock and I'm having like dinner. This will last me now till in the evening.
And your breakfast.
It's
So later if you want to eat again, you eat. This is a little piece of pumpkin.
okay.
I remember saying me a pumpkin.
And banana. We didn't have any yam. The yam was very, very expensive in Highland.
How much banana you want?
Let me start with one because that is still breakfast and that is a huge breakfast.
And you start with the Irish.
Yeah, one Irish. One of each because there's a lot of food in there. For 10 o'clock in the morning. Even for me.
Irish pumpkin.
That's plenty.
That will cook. Pumpkin, Irish, banana, white.
I think that was all, wasn't it? Pumpkin. Oh yeah, I think I've had everything.
And buttercup in it.
Yeah. Oh, I love this. And then so the ackee now. Ooh.
Yeah,
You can just put the ackee on that side there. So that's ackee off the... Where did you get the ackee from?
Ackee and saltfish from my yard.
So ackee where my mother-in-law was living in Kingston. So she's got ackee tree. And so these ackees are fresh off the tree.
Yeah, man, them are fresh ackee.
Fresh off the tree, like yesterday. Picked them. That's plenty, that's plenty. That's plenty, that is even too much. Oh, that's more than enough. Oh my. My word. So, I'll do it, I'll carry it. I'll just...
Well, just let me give you a match to put it on.
Not sure, there's some tea towels in there. I'll just stick it on my lap, I ain't fussy. Oh, look here. Okay, let's put that back up there. Oh, do you want me to take that?
Huh?
Do you want me to carry it?
You will carry it?
Yeah.
You carry everything? Come.
Thank you. Okay. So there you have it. I'm just going to go and eat this on the veranda. Oh, I haven't got any hands to open the door. Oh, can I get out this one? Oh, let's open the door like that, that's it. Oh, so that's it then. On the veranda. And, bear with me. Sorry peeps. But, should have paused it really. Yep, so that's me brekkie. So yeah, I'm gonna tuck into it. Right. Oh my gosh, I've just had a bit of the Irish is actually potatoes, what we call potatoes. So I've never had sprats before. Believe it or not, we bought it once. Patrick was saying all sprats are really nice. We bought it. Oh, I weren't eating it. It was full of the guts. I weren't eating it. And even when he was eating it, it was making him sick because he says we take out the guts in Jamaica. So, not sure. Oh, I never had sprats before, but I'll definitely have those again. Very nice. And dumpling. One of those is plenty. Okay. Oh my word, lip smashing. Absolutely beautiful. The banana. Yeah, every time we've been coming to Jamaica since I've known Patrick, and she does cooking. That's what I look forward to. Her cooking and her living here. She loves cooking. Oh, here she comes. I've got you. Do you want this chair?
I want your bedroom anyway.
Yeah. So, I'm just saying this is absolutely delicious.
Yeah, I do kind of.
This is delicious. I was just saying, every time I come to Jamaica and you cook and then you cook a load of fish for us to take back. Unfortunately, well, the one time you cook loads of fish and, excuse me for eating while I'm talking, but it was a good problem really, because Tui, yeah, I can. Well, yeah, I can. No, I'm fine. Thank you. Oh, so spoiled. When the herring is really nice. The sprats is lovely. Herring sprats. Okay. So when we was at the airport, there was something wrong with the plane, so we couldn't come back. So we was there an extra 3 days. So we had the fish. We tried to stuff it in the hotel fridge and the freezer and asked them if they could keep some. So by the time it got back, it was a bit spoilt. It was a shame. But, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful with a capital B. So, I was saying to my mother-in-law, you know, as guests begin to arrive, would you be happy to cook for them? I tell you, food's good, proper, authentic Jamaican dishes. And you're happy to... I'll ask you again. No, I'm saying when the guests begin to come,
okay,
with the cooking, how do you feel about cooking for the guests?
Let me cook for you halfway.
There you go. It's of course. Okay, so I'll finish eating. Another load's being offloaded. So that's the second truck full coming to the house. And the removal company that we use is My Guys. Yeah, so it's My Guys Removal Company, which I would recommend. They are competitive, very reasonable. Okay, so it's the beds are coming out, mattresses. I think it's the final removal van load, but there are things still in the storage unit. This is the living room. Loads of work. Loads and loads of stuff. What's the kitchen? Back to the back. Oh, you're not going to be able to draw the curtain. I guess somebody might have to draw that curtain, really. Hey ho. That's my mother-in-law, still hard at work. Trying to put your company on the channel, the removal guys. So it's my... What's your company?
MERS Trucking Company.
MERS.
Yeah.
MERS Trucking Company. And do we have a telephone number for MERS? I said MERS, but to me that looks like Mears. A bit like the meerkats, isn't it? So that's it. The truck company, MERS Removal Service, 876 810 5003 or 586 1696. So they were quite reasonable, to be fair. Yep, so that's been an all-day thing. Still things left there. There's still things at the storage, is there? Still things in the storage? Back there? Okay. Oh, one day. Right, so basically, the fridge, I mean, it does work. We've been using it. So the top bit working perfectly, but the freezer bit is jammed. I've tried to pull, and I know it's going to come. I've been pulling and prising and everything. It looks like, we just can't get it open. At one point, it was turned upside down. And then there's some wires that we've noticed in this bit. Sure you can see that very well, but they're all kind of split, so Patrick's going to solder it together and see if that's got anything to do with it. But the good thing, at least we are able to use the fridge, and the only reason why we can use the fridge in Jamaica is because the previous owners had a 220 socket. Oh, 220 outlet. Which is, yeah, so it was there, put there for the water pump, basically. But what a blessing that was. So yeah, so this is the water pump. Yeah, so it's run by that 220 voltage. Yeah, so we've got a few tanks there, so that's what the water pump is there, and we've got this tank also, and there's a couple on top of the roof. So basically, the owners, the previous owner, well, it's not quite previous yet, but let's just say, yeah, previous, because the transfer should go in any day now, transfer of the title. And so, yeah, so, that's the incomplete house where Patrick's mum's stuff are. The freezer fridge is going to be up there now. And, yeah, so she's very, very, very safety conscious, which isn't a bad thing, but you know, it's a bit of a hassle to have to lock the doors. Should have you locked the doors? I said I've pulled it up so it's shut. Right, so we got the gates are locked. We're up there for a couple of seconds, not that long, and I've pulled the door shut. But no, you've got to lock it. And right about now we're not even used to the keys. There's a million keys because there's a million locks all over the place. So I did that the other day, and could I find a key to get back in? I just thought, you know, so there's, anyway, no negative talk. So yeah, it's yeah, thankful for that freezer right about now, because we're planning on going to the market today, get some fresh produce. Oh, that can stay out here. She's bought some, I don't know, some plant. Stick it here for now. And screams. That is going to take some sorting, but it'll get done sooner rather than later. But looking at this, I'm clueless as to where to start. markets, 11:45. Friday the 27th of November.
Yeah, we've been that side, we've been that side.
Okay, so we've just got back from Montego Bay, the markets, and brought some meat.
If having that pocket here, it disappears in pocket.
Patrick's in a
Disappear
foul.
Like how that one was cooling. I want to stop it.
You can't make it lie down, but for me, the gas cycle back in it, from can plug it back in.
So
The
Patrick's.
gas in it have a cycle overnight. You cannot plug in, you know.
Oh no! What is
That's how you plug it
arguing?
in, what do you want to come with it?
He's in a foul mood, and to be honest with you, it's understandable. Because plug the fridge in at down the other house, my mother-in-law's freezer. So obviously we've gone and bought a load of stuff from the market, meat and fish, things that have to go in the freezer. We've come back and it's not working. And because we couldn't get the freezer door open on ours, because we was trying to get the door open, so we turned it upside down, turned it on its sides, trying to shake the door open, and it hasn't been. So because it's been up and down, can't plug it back in. So we've got all that meat and the fish. So just called his sister. She's a teacher in the school, and but she's in Montego Bay. We've just come back from Montego Bay. So she says when she gets back, she hasn't got any freezer room at home, but we can use the school freezer. Basically, she's the principal or the head teacher there. So, and the school's not far from where we are. Yeah, it's not too much of a long drive. So, in the meantime, we've got some frozen stuff that hopefully won't defrost. So that's where we're at. So it's 9:30 on a Friday evening, and what a drama again. So we've managed to drop the meat off. We just dropped it all off. We was going to cook today, but dropped it all off at the school, where fortunately it's not too far away. So on our way back, as you can see, Robbie's getting tucked into jerk chicken and fried dumpling, which jerk bone. Finished it. I've eaten mine. So what happened is there's somebody over the road and they do like jerk chicken. I play a bit of music on a Friday, so obviously we had nothing to eat. So driving past, we took a walk down. So it's a way of kind of engaging with the community, because that's what the owner had said. You know, that they do that, so like support them. So this was our opportunity. And driving past, we just sort of asked if they've got, well, I don't ask these things because I keep my gob shut with my accent. So Patrick just asked if there's any jerk, and he said yeah. So we just parked the car up and walked back down with Patrick's mum, and they only had 2 pieces of chicken left. Well, his mum's a vegetarian, so that was just for, especially for us, seems as it was like, well, what are we going to eat? This time of night, 9:30, what are we going to eat? Because all the food's gone down. And the stuff that's left here, you know, the vegetables and the fruits, it needs something substantial really. So that was a blessing. That worked out well. And we supported the community. So even though the freezer weren't working, it's all worked out in the end, as it always does. Well, I did have this really wonderful idea in my head that it probably wasn't a bad thing that it wasn't a bad thing really that okay, we had to put the stuff in storage. In my head we could have used the, like, took the things out of the storage bit by bit. That was in my head. Now that it's not even all here, but most of it, it's like, where the dickens do you start? Where do you start? So there's the fridge. Hubby's attempting to fix it. I do hope he can. Get the freezer doors open. But we won't now. So yeah, it looks a little bit like a bomb site, I think. Oh. So, stuff galore. Just a lot of things. It's like, how long is this going to take to sort out? But it's got to be done at some point, sooner rather than later. We would like, because we need this guest house up and running as soon as possible. Oh, we've got a ackee tree just up there, and I feel sick that I didn't see it coming down. But we got some ackee.
Shabba cut them in razor and take them out.
Oh, did he? Oh. Because I thought, I was saying to Patrick, oh, we've got a grape tree. Let me show the people the grapes. Look at those for grapes. Black grapes. I thought, oh, we got a grape tree. Lo and behold, it's not a grape tree, it's an ackee tree. Those are the ackee eyes. I thought, oh shucks. There you go, Shabba. I tell you, this man is super talented and got some great ideas. Right, look at that ackee. Oh, is that like 6 pods? How does it work?
One pod carry at least 3 or 4.
Okay, I thought there was like loads in them.
One pod carry like
3 or 4. All right, that's fantastic.
Most pods carry 3.
And then what do you do with them middle bits? You just pick them out?
Get the black piece out, which
I thought was
the seed.
I thought they were grapes.
And then
yeah.
that little orange thing, look.
You got to
put little, you have to take that out, that carbon looking thing that can poison it.
Oh dear.
Clean that out.
Oh, let me get him. Oh, here he is.
Let's struggle that. Wow.
Oh wow.
A real happy picker.
Oh my gosh. Shabba. This is like, I better learn this, hadn't I?
See, look, 3 come out.
Oh wow, and another one. One's just full. Is that no good? How do you know? Oh, because you're Jamaican. Oh, I can't even keep up with you. Oh, so they just open up themselves and drop out?
Yeah.
Look at that. And all along I've been thinking that oh my goodness. Ackee heaven. Oh. Yeah, let's bring me dish. Look at this here. The tree. Oh, look how it starts.
Ants.
Oh, careful, he's going to mash.
Ants. 1, 2, 3, is he?
1, 2, okay.
Yeah.
But one hasn't got a seed on it.
Yeah.
Oh, ackee and saltfish tomato.
This one, some of them just develop properly.
So you can still eat them now?
Yeah, yeah.
once they've
Once it
opened.
open.
So ackee is something that can actually poison you. Really nice.
When people picking in, they're good to stand up on that tree.
Oh, let me go then.
Drop in their head.
Oh, might knock some sense.
And
What about that one there? Is that one a good one here? That one? Not really.
now look at this. You see this not open properly.
Let's see. So this is what you don't eat.
Yeah. People just rip them open.
And go and sell them for money.
So, but this now, start opening. You can put it down.
And it open by
It
itself.
open by itself. By
Okay.
tomorrow, I say it open.
So do you think when they're selling them in the tins, that's what they do? And that's,
That kill people.
you have to wonder.
Kill their fire. Them even make it open. But them have like a big bed. And then spread them out on there. Then we'll pick them like this. You know. Hang tight.
Thank you.
They never sell no block, so apparently they do it with something their roof. It is zinc roof, but make sure you always zinc roof. Make sure how far.
Your internet.
Yeah, he's got it.
This we open by a morning too.
Yeah.
Oh, so you could just leave them to open
Yeah, see,
naturally.
Make it open more than this.
Oh,
See it start open.
so it's not that you throw them away.
No, leave
so
make
when
it
they're
open.
like this, you leave it so that
Half
it open, half open. So by tomorrow, you leave it inside
Or outside.
or outside,
Tomorrow
and then
morning it's open.
I can saltfish for me. Any breadfruit? Is there some breadfruit on the tree down there? Patrick, don't drop it.
So like this, you can just cut off the bit.
Okay.
Clean out this orange thing.
Oh,
Take
Patrick,
that
you need to go find a breadfruit. I was looking for some bananas today. I didn't see any. And he said there might be some yam at the top.
Well, that's what make shower come up, I come reap.
Oh
The
my
reaping for becoming, no,
gosh.